Jindal Worldwide Limited, founded in 1986, aims to be a leader in denim manufacturing with strong local brands and an international clientele. Denim has been one of Jindal's finest products since its inception. Jindal has been known for years for the innovation and quality consistency of denim engineering. Denim is the main USP. It is made out of innovation, engineering consistency, and dedication to customer satisfaction. These are the three pillars of our success. Today, we empower various fashion houses across Latin America and Europe. Hearing out our customers and creating what is needed is what makes Jindal different and defines the future. The important thing is not what we can offer, but what we can create with the fire of ambition. At Jindal, we believe in this ideology and are one of the market leaders in the industry. Denim is the world's most popular fabric, and we are one of the largest manufacturers with a production capacity of 140 million meters in 2020. Research and development are vital for our sustainable growth and success, which sets us apart from the others. We have state-of-the-art research and development facilities and a high-end textile testing center to provide our customers with the best quality denim. In addition, our 5 state-of-the-art production facilities are equipped to produce the lightest to darkest denim color tones. With a strength of more than 1400 plus looms, Jindal strives to deliver the highest quality. We are equipped for continuous processing, from spinning, warping to dyeing, weaving, finishing and inspection. We deliver a wide range of denim fabric ends, comprising desizing, mercerizing, overdying, coating and pitching. Jindal Worldwide Limited exports 30% of the total production to customers in North and South America, Europe, Africa and Middle East Asia. With a growing pool of customers, our client diaries include the best brands in the country. We at Jindal are always pursuing innovation in product and technology, and to be one of the finest companies in the textile industry is our vision. Jindal Worldwide, where excellence is a way of life.
First of all, a very good evening and a warm welcome to you, Mr. Jindal, for taking your precious time and joining us in this session. Now, we wanted to do this interview as a part of our BWA Leader series, wherein we are trying to pull up and put up rather inspirational stories about entrepreneurs who have climbed up the ladder of success with a lot of grit, determination, a lot of blood and sweat has gone down in terms of creating the empires that we are going to talk about. Yours is one such fascinating story that came to our notice, and we are very keen to, understand that how Jindal Worldwide came into fruition as how it stands today in the market. So what we understand about your business is that I think you are one of Asia's largest denim manufacturers, and of course India's leading vertically integrated textile player. Now, of course, you are not only one of the largest denim fabric manufacturers in Asia, with a capacity of, I think, it's certainly more than 140 MMPA, but I think the numbers have increased much more than that. And the journey has been quite significant, starting in the year 1986. So there are a lot of great things that we have heard about your business. Now it's time for our audience also to learn from you about the kind of struggles that you had to come through or go through to bring the company to whatever stage it is today. Of course, you are the managing director of the company. So, sir, we would start off with the foundation of this organization. how it came to formation in the first place. So, as I said, sir, what we understand is the company was established back in 1986 by your father, Dr. Yamunada Agarwal, and and we also understand that he was probably from the medicine field earlier. So what made him, give up the medicine field all of a sudden and come and actually go on to build such a lucrative empire in the textile industry? And by the way, just another curiosity here, was Jindal your family name as well? Because I see Agarwal as your family name now. So could you
Yeah.
clarify on that as well, please?
So thank you for taking all the time for this brief session, and thank you so much for recognizing us as one of the growing companies. So obviously, as you said, yes, it's been a great journey. What we were then and what we are now, and what you're going to be ahead, right? So it's a very continuous journey. Uh, so it's obviously been when we looked at my father being from medical background, my grandfather actually we moved here in the 1970s is when we moved here, and we thought of my grandfather actually thought of putting up a small textile processing unit, and at that time we just started the construction. The machines had been ordered, and he unfortunately passed away with an accident, and there were no one being in the family. We were all we didn't have the money and the savings. At that time, if we didn't start the factory, we would have lost everything. So that's my father had to forcibly give away his medical profession. He being a gold medalist in the medical profession and doing very well, then he had to give up his practice and come into this business because no one being there. So obviously, that's how. He gave up his practice and entered the industry. Obviously, it has been a great journey from then. So we started with processing, then we got into bedsheet exports, and we used to export home textiles then. And eventually, we believe that the fashion industry is a much better industry to be in rather than the home textile industry because it's a fast changing trend and a lot of scope and a lot of expansion can happen in the fashion business. And then that is where in 2005 we started our first denim line from starting with 10 million meters of denim in 2005 to where we are today at 140 million meters. In a span of around 15 years, we were able to touch India's largest capacity, Asia's largest capacity, and probably top three globally in terms of capacity. So yes, that's how our journey has been. It's been fantastic. So we were originally from Haryana. That's what our Gotra is, Jindal, and that's how the name comes from, right? So our family name being Agrawal, our Gotra, we being from Haryana. Originally, we moved to Assam. From Assam, we moved to Gujarat, Ahmedabad, and now this is a hometown. It's been more than 40, 50 years now since we are here. So basically, we are now half Gujaratis to talk about. So that's how the Gotra Jindal and that's how the name Jindal worldwide came into existence. So it has been a great journey from there to here.
Quite fascinating to hear all that, and in fact, I can understand the kind of struggle that your father had to put through to set this up in the first place. And yeah, I mean, no doubt, of course, the kind of blood and sweat your family has poured in, the success is a testament to that. Of course, you deserve every bit of it what you have got today, and we are really proud that you have done it from India, and it's one of the best, I would say, in Asia. So I think it's really proud for all of us, to see all these things happening and hearing it from you. So, when did you take over the helm of Jindal? Like, tell us about you got involved into this business. Like, I mean, I understand you have an MBA from the University of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So after your MBA, is it like that? Did you wanted to get into this business, or was it something that your family wanted you to be, and that's why you landed up here? But of course, you are taking it all the way in a great fashion. But was that your first intent when you pursued your post graduation in market?
So yeah, it's been more than now 20 years. We joined business in the year 2000 after completing my graduation, and generally, you know how my postgrad in US, and generally Um, it's very natural to join family businesses, and it was then we thought that yes, we liked the industry, and in my college times also I used to go and visit the plants, see what is happening. So it is, you always enjoyed it, right? And you always looked at the industry. In while you're studying, you were looking at your case studies and what you could do for your business, right? When you're studying also, that has been continuously in your mind, that what can we do, what can we do globally, and that's had always been in our mind. So as soon as he came, yes, naturally that was there. So 2000 to 2003, 2004, 3 years we are continuously in different departments, working under different people and trying to understand the business more and more. And since then, yes, it's been a journey for us. Today, been 20 years under my father's guidance, and I think it's been fantastic in terms of the entire learning experience, knowing the industry and growing in the industry. I think the initial few years of training, where we understood the basics on how the industry works, had really given us a lot of leeway in terms of success and in terms of making sure that we grow faster than what the industry does, and making sure we turn out to be a great company. Um, so it
Fantastic.
has been a lot of passion, because we obviously, when we grew up, we always saw this through and throughout, right? Even during college education, attending trade fairs, attending plants, going for plant visits. So that has been our training. So that is what really encouraged us, right? So that is what kept us going, I think, during the entire study period also. So I think it is very natural for us to just go in and come in this.
Sir, one aspect of about your business, of course, you as a business have got your goals and you have got your principles also. One of the Jindal's maxims has been that customers are the ultimate reason behind the success of your organization. So, in fact, what are your secrets about retaining your customers and building that customer loyalty? If you could throw some light on that as well, please.
So the secrets are, there no secrets. It's very simple, basic rules we follow, right? So customers, obviously, if a customer is there, business is there, right? Ultimately, we are here to serve the customer, and because we remember there are many like us. If we and how do you differentiate yourself is obviously the product should be excellent, yeah, and your service should be excellent. Product, service, and differentiation in terms of ease of doing business, right? So these are very simple basics that a customer should enjoy doing business with you, right? He should not feel like a pain when he's working with you. You should make it as simple as it for him, in terms of choosing the right product at the right price and a great experience in terms of service, right? So I think if you get the basics right, you don't have to complicate your business. That's what we believe. A lot of trust, a lot of simple things we do to gain a great relationship, and I think that's what we kept on doing continuously, and that's how we kept on growing. So it was, like you said, a lot of blood, sweat. No, there's no blood, no sweat. We just enjoyed working with the customers. The customers enjoyed working with us. We made our business pleasurable, right, for all of us. Because see, in any journey, if you have to struggle a lot, it becomes very difficult to enjoy the journey. So we made sure that whatever we work in, we make it very enjoyable for us, for our customers, for our employees, everyone. So as we grow along the way, we all enjoy this journey, right, of growth. Because at the end of 10 years, you don't want to, or 15 years, you don't want to see, oh, we've grown so much, now we're tired. It should just keep on inspiring more and more to grow, and that's how we have been taught, that yes, well, growth is inevitable, and that's what you should be doing every year, year on year. But you should also make it pleasurable and enjoyable. It should not be a growth which you don't enjoy. Yeah. So that has been our secret. So we have been very fair to our customers, very good with our customers, been transparent with the customers, understood them, they have understood us. So they have grown along with us. So that makes both of us winners, right? So ultimately, that's what our secret has been.
Another mantra of Jindal is to be innovative and think outside the box, as there are endless solutions and possibilities. So, as you say, so can you give us a few examples of the type of innovative solutions you have had to come up with to address various challenges from time to time?
So yes, there have been a few which I can discuss, few we cannot discuss, obviously. But we've always been trying to do something different from the market, right? We always wanted to. So today, in fashion, we look at entire thing under the woven. We're a single stop solution provider. to the customer for woven fashion is concerned. We talk bottom weights, shirtings, denims, right? And we cover entire gamut. Today we are making 850 products under one roof, which is very, very difficult in the entire denim industry to do, right? So when you're looking at a product ranging from $1 to a $5 product is what we make in the market. So when you talk about solutions and we talk about things we can do for a customer, we give them a wide range, wide variety, right? We are very innovative in terms of the kind of fibers we use, the kind of fabrics we use, the kind of uh, we are the first ones to get into wider widths denims. So that was a trend that started by us in the entire industry, uh, where the consumption of the fabric is reduced by the consumer, right? By just changing the width of the fabric. A lot of we work very closely with the customers in terms of trying to reduce his costs. So we have made very, very innovative fabrics, whereas garmenting cost is reduced by 20%, 30%. Um, so we take customer, we take the global environment. We're doing a lot of work on sustainability, right? A lot of brands are working together globally to bring up more sustainable solutions so that the number of washings can be reduced, the number of uh, uh, things we can contribute globally can be great together. So this is what we are doing in terms of innovations, in terms of cost savings. Obviously, it's a continuous thing. So we continue to do and innovate in terms of cost and increasing and reducing a cost, being more valuable to the customer. So that's what we keep on doing. And ultimately, it's all about fashion. So we make sure that every 2 3 months, our the 60 to 70% of product ranges in every one quarter, we make sure that 30% of our production is coming from new product developments. So in the entire year, you will see almost our entire product life cycle changes over 1 year period, almost. So that's how innovative we are in terms of our new fashion trends.
Terrific. That's absolutely being in sync with the market demands, I would say.
Yes.
So, and you raised a very pertinent point about sustainability and being environment friendly. So, I do have a question for you, which I would come later on as a part of the sequence. Right now, I just want to understand, sir, that growth, of course, has been a major contributor for the success of your organization, and of course, your company firmly believes that it is not important not just to go through the life, but to grow through life is what your philosophy has been. So, tell us about your future growth expansions. What are your plans to ensure that you become a market leader in the textile arena in the days to come? Of course, you are Asia's one of largest, but of course, to be the market leader, what are your future plans of expansion?
So we are obviously we've got a we being a listed company. There have been certain limitations on what we can disclose and what we cannot. Right, before we make any statements to you, it's important that we just say that. But yes, we've got a broad vision, 3 year, 5 year plan made in terms of what we're going to expand in, or how we're going to expand in, and what strategies we need to follow. Right. So it's very important that when you're on top of the game, it is that you offer something very, very different to the customer. You don't grow in the same way what you have been growing historically, right? In terms of the product, in terms of the offering. So whatever new we grow, we are growing towards more speciality. So whatever new capacities are coming in, whatever new areas of growth are all towards specialty fibers, specialty denim, specialty products that we can give something different which we are not offering in the basket, and which uh, go towards uh, better growth in terms of revenue, better growth in terms of margins, and better growth in terms of sustainability. So I think a lot of things have been planned that way. All the expansions will come up in one way or the other, making sure that we focus more towards value-added fabrics and products which are not being offered currently by us. So that is where our expansion is going, grow through life. So it's very important that growth is very, very important, right? But the way you grow also is very, very important, right? So as I said, it's growing the right way, enjoying the journey, making sure that you feel happy about what you created, right? So and what you're doing is something very, very different from others. That is what will keep us going and keep us growing. Because if we do what others do, and we're just being one of the companies which replicate, it is not growing through life. Growing through life is thinking beyond what we are being doing now and what can excite the customer and excite us and keep the energy going. So that's what I meant, the growth through life in a right positive way, where you and the customers are both excited working together for progress. Yeah, so that's how we work with our customers and employees also.
Sir, I think this is a very fascinating point that you made, because most of our readers would be really, really very happy to learn about this philosophy that you presented so nicely about growing through life, and without being repetitive, without copying others. How do you innovate yourself so that you can keep your customers excited, and also keep that excitement in your own production levels as well, in what you do as an organization. So I think that is a very fascinating aspect that you discussed.
I like another
Uh,
points
yeah.
when you talk about growth through life, it is not only in terms of innovations, but the way we work, right? So, example, our systems, our dashboards, our training processes, our learning and development, uh, our Kaizen ways of working, right? So, we try to do a lot of initiatives when you talk of growth through life, which are very making the organization sustainable for a long-term future, right? To make sure that whatever you leave, that tomorrow you are proud of an organization what you've created. So when we talk about growth through life, a lot of it also comes in the way we work, right? So it's not just the if you're working the same way what you were working 10 years back, or 5 years back, or 3 years back, would it be a great learning, or would it really enjoy? No. So what can we do better always in terms of the way we work, in terms of the customer experience, in terms of our learnings, in terms of our employees, and how we are developing them, how we are making them grow, right? What are they learning from us? Monetary benefits are there, but besides monetary benefits, are there any sustainable learnings? Are we helping them grow in their personal lives, in their IQ level? So I think a lot of things are captured when you talk about go through life. It's not just monetary gains, but gains in every aspect of what we believe that we contribute in our company.
Sir, so moving on, these are very hard times for everyone across the world because of the ongoing pandemic. So I think this is one question that we would like to understand your viewpoint on, purely because what we have been hearing, from across the world, that companies have been struggling, due to this pandemic situation. But on the same note, as far as Jindal is concerned, it was very heartening to note that after an initial setback, you kind of witnessed a post-pandemic recovery with an increase in exports as well as domestic sales. Quite fascinating to say the least. So tell us about your experiences during this pandemic, and what steps did you actually take to not only remain relevant but to also expand, continue on this expansion journey for your business across different markets.
So, great time in terms of a business right now. Obviously, COVID has been very tough for the entire thing. Has been very saddening to see people suffer, going through very difficult times, right? And it has been very difficult for our team also, that while during their personal struggles for health, family issues, but they have all been very commendable in terms of making sure that we could bring the company back up again with a much stronger market, with much stronger resilience, to make sure that we don't face these situations again. Right. This is what the senior leadership team promised to the company, that we'll make a company in such a way that tomorrow, if you have to face situations, we don't as a company suffer, we don't as employees suffer, we make sure that everybody is very comfortable in terms of making sure the company is growing and we continue to grow, so that no one's growth is hampered. So we obviously looked at obviously we gave all the we worked in terms of strategy, in terms of making sure the China plus one obviously worked to an advantage, where people were not looking at China really for sourcing now, and we believe that's a great opportunity ahead. And we believe India is now the market in terms of textiles is concerned. People are looking at India only, and it's going to be one of the major force factors in terms of manufacturing for textiles is concerned. So a lot of global markets opened up. We have export teams working continuously on Zooms, continuously online with our customers, making sure that we are able to fill up capacities, exploring new markets. So at present, before COVID, we were present in only 2 or 3 markets. Today, as we speak, we are exporting to more than 15 to 18 countries. So that's how we have been able to grow, expanding our market reach, expanding our customer base. And this has all happened thanks to a team. They have worked relentlessly, and even during tough times for them in their personal lives, in terms of medical issues happening in their family, to themselves. People have worked relentlessly, making sure the commitment is the next level. And this has really helped us pull us through. So I think a lot of innovation has been done by our team in terms of new product developments, new markets, new customers, and that has really helped us grow. Yeah. So I think
Very.
hats off to the team for that.
That's quite fascinating. I mean, of course, you have put together a gun team of experts, and of course, they are emotionally strong as well. But then, any special steps that you have taken, basically, to keep the morale of your employees high during this period, or certain steps that you have taken, which kind of sets your approach apart from the rest of your peers? Anything that you'd like to mention on those lines?
We did what we can for our team is on humanitarian grounds. Everything we did, right? So that has been there. But I think the sense of responsibility was more in them than us, right? And that was the best feeling today as owners. That yes, when your team is more responsible than you, and they say that yes, so this is one time where we need to really expand strategy, when they're involved in terms of how the company should be operating, in terms of what markets can we look at. India was going through a lockdown, so globally, going global was no option but to go global, right? And in terms of global, what kind of markets, what kind of customers, what kind of offerings we'll have to do was completely what we discussed and uh, made the strategy jointly. So it is something. Uh, I can just say that yes, I think it's in a tough time. Everybody knew that we need to do something different, right? And we need to do something beyond what everybody is doing, and that is what I think challenged everybody. That yes, everybody has been very very long in the company, and I think they feel for the company much more than what we could see. But during these times is what we realized that what are they feeling for the companies, and how do they feel for the company. So I think it has been a great emotional experience for us while discussing this with them, and I think they are motivating for us rather than we motivating them. It was when the other way around, that sir, we understand that we need to bring around this company, turn around this company, and let's not sit and depend on local markets. Let's look at global markets. Let us look at things differently so that we can come up much faster and come back much faster. So if you look at our quarter one sales in 2020, and then re-strategizing, reworking, getting it back, I think it's been more of a working with them was like working with all family members working together to get this going. Yeah, so it was nothing special, but I think it was them that was special that helped us.
I would now draw your attention back to that sustainability aspect, which you had just briefly mentioned there. So, what we see here, sir, in this age of sustainability and eco-friendly environment, as we say, denim doesn't have that sort of a, I would say, a very positive impression, in terms of its impact on the environment. But I see that your organization has instituted several practices for environmental sustainability. So can you please tell us about what steps have you taken in this regard?
So our new plant which has come up, right, is completely on zero discharge. We don't discharge a single drop of water. We make sure that everything is recycled back into the system, right? And we try not to create an impact on the environment. So slowly, our production is moving towards eco-friendly ways. Today, I can say that 60% of our production, 50 to 60% of production is roughly done in a very eco-friendly way, which was earlier done. And our target is to slowly take it to 70 to 80% of our production coming from the eco-friendly way, and making sure that we create something which is beautiful for the world and beautiful for us, right? Because after end of 10 years, after 10 years, I should be happy about what I'm creating, right? It's just not about money. Money is a byproduct. It'll come. If you're doing good work, it'll come, right? But end of the day, a beautiful organization with sustainability, with good culture, with good ethos is what you want to create, and that is what we're working on towards it. So when these three things, when you take care of your people, culture, ethos, I think the rest just flows. Yeah. And I think then everything comes just naturally. It doesn't really have to. You don't really have to work very hard for the rest. It just comes naturally.
And of course, there are a lot many good reports about the business, in terms of what we read through. And many of our questions are also formed understanding and reading such articles. So I'm sure that today what you just spoke about, it's going to inspire a lot of the people who are going to see this interview through our social media channels and our various mediums on the internet. So it'll be quite fascinating. Now I just want to say that, of course, your success mantra as an individual is something that we want to know more about right now, which is the culminating question that I have for you. So as a successful entrepreneur who has seen several business cycles, what advice would you give to young entrepreneurs who would like to set up a business like yourself, or in general to any upcoming budding entrepreneur? What is your advice to them?
So, it's very difficult to say in a few sentences, but yes, it's been a journey, right? Where you learn a lot of things. So there is one thing is first and foremost is there's no substitute to hard work, right? Where people that just don't become what they are just out of luck. Yeah, it is a lot of hard work they put in. So a lot of hard work is there that is given. So some people sometimes take it for granted, but I think a lot of hard work is required, right? So, and whatever situations you come in, right, tough business cycles or good business cycles, with hard work you can overcome anything in terms of your business cycles. Maybe uh, downtime, tough time for a company. You keep on working hard, and obviously you'll come out of the situation. And secondly is dream. It's very important to have a dream that keeps you awake. Yeah, a lot of people have said it. I'm not repeating, but this really helped us is dream big. You should dream so much that it's excited enough for you to come the next day, and you should be able to make. You can dream the impossible. You can dream the being as big as you want, and that should keep you awake. That yes, this is something I will be so happy creating that I would want to put in a lot of energy and enjoy this journey. And lastly, I would say is there are no shortcuts. There is no things. A lot of so please do it the right way, right? So when you have to grow big, you have to grow with hard work. You have to do it the right way, and you know, dream. Yeah. So I think these two three things are very important in your journey. There is and when you do these three things, I think you will just make sure that you are there. Yeah, there is the journey can delay, right? There can be hurdles, there can be stops, there can be pits, there can be bumpers, but eventually you'll reach there. It may take 1 hour, 2 hours more, 1 2 years more, 5 years more, 3 years more, but eventually the destination has to come to you. Is what I strongly believe in, right? If you do these things right, the journey will complete and the destination will come. Yeah. So
Quite fascinating to hear all these anecdotes from you. And thank you so much for staying with us in this journey as we
pleasure.
tried, scaling some information in terms of tracing the history of the origination of the organization to where it is today. And we are very happy to see that it's in a very capable hands of a very young, dynamic entrepreneur such as yourself. And we are very happy that you took your precious time to take us through all these experiences so far about yourself and the company in general. So from our end, from Brickworks Analytics, we would like to wish your organization the very best, and may you continue to rise the ladders of success and be one of the best leading manufacturers of denim, and also in the textile industry you earn the reputation of being one of the best. That's what we would also hope for, and I'm sure that with the kind of work ethics and ethos that you've put in, certainly this is just a matter of time. So we are very happy to have you along with us today, and we wish you the very best. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.